Hi, today my name is Ray Nieto. We'll be showing you the Vacationer, the Holiday Rambler. You have side cameras, so if you put your blinker to turn right, it's going to show you everything on your right hand side. You have your first compartment space here, which does have electrical stuff, but you can't put stuff in here, just don't put too much things. Each compartment's going to have its own light inside, so you can have a light to come inside. On your entrance door here, you're going to have an entrance door holder. So this right here is just going to hold your door, so it's not going to be flapping around in the wind, or if you had an incline, it's not going to be flapping around. So you're going to want to make sure you put your door, and you could also disconnect your screen door closed while your main door is open. And then if your steps come in and out and you don't want to step on them when they're in the out position, you have a step switch right here on the side. You have a step switch right here, so when you have it off, your step is going to stay out. So when you close your screen door, your step's going to stay out, it's not going to come in. But if you have your ignition on, just like if you have your unit started or you're going to have it on, this will come right back in just because the ignition overrides the switch. Right here is where you're going to have where your water heater is at. It's electric, so you don't have to worry about coming out here. It's just, this is just where the outside of the water heater is at. When we go inside, I'll show you where that switch is at. It takes 10 to 15 minutes to get hot water, and also be careful with this vent here. This will be hot, just be careful. Right here, you have another storage compartment space here. You have your light right here on the inside, so if you come out here at night or anything like that. Right here, you're gonna have another compartment space here with another light. It also has some 110 plug sockets here, so if you want to plug like a radio or something else, you can plug it in here. You could also send the cord through the bottom here to where you can have your door closed and have everything coming through the bottom. This right here is your furnace outlet exhaust. So this will be hot, so be careful if you do come outside and you have your heater on at night. Be careful if you come in the morning, it will be hot. This is just your compartment behind your refrigerator, like the piping, Freon, things like that. You don't need to worry about this. Just I'll show you the switch out to turn it on inside. You have another compartment space here. Same thing, not too big, not too small. You have the light, your light right there to turn that on and off. Right over here, you have the same thing. Another compartment with the light. And then you also have a part where you can put other things, skinnier things that go straight across. Right here, you have another compartment space here. This one here has a light as well. Just flip on the switch. You also can put more stuff on the very top. Right here, back of the unit, you're going to have a ladder to get to the roof if you need to get up there for any kind of reason. Right here, you're going to have your electrical compartment is at. Right here, this is a 50 amp system. So if the camp place you're going to is going to have a 50 amp, you're just going to plug this directly into that. If they don't have it, you're going to use this adapter, which it just breaks it down from a 50 amp to a 30 amp, which this one right here is a 30 amp. So if they have a 30 amp, you'll just connect it just how I have it here, plug it directly into the place that it has it. If they don't have a 50 or 30 amp, you're going to have this other adapter, which breaks it down to a regular 110, like a regular house plug. Then you'll just plug it into that and you'll get your power just the same. You could also, if you get to a camp place and you don't want to leave your door open and it's just kind of in the way, you could take this part off and then you could send your electrical cord just through the bottom there, and then you can close your door and you can still connect to your electrical without having your door open. You also have a coax cable here. So the coax cable, if they're going to have cable at the campsite or anything like that, you're going to plug this part into the cable at the campsite. This one here already has it plugged into itself. And then inside I'll show you where there's a button you'll press to switch it from air to cable. That'll be inside there. Make sure you close this little cap here just so nothing will fall out while you're driving. And then you also have a light right here on the top, so if you come here at nighttime, you'll be able to see what you're doing. Right here, you're gonna have another compartment space with your sewage hose. You have another light right there as well. we do ask that you keep your water hose and your sewage hose separate, just so you won't get charged for a water hose. So right here, this here is your elbow. Take it out. So this right here is your elbow. You're gonna want to get this, screw it 2 times, make 2 full turns into the hole at the cam place, just to lock this in place. You do it 1 turn, it might not lock, it might come out. I always say 2 full turns will keep it inside there. Once you have it inside there, you're just gonna get these little adapters here on the sides for the claws to claw onto, and then you're just gonna turn it, lock it in place. Once you have this locked in place and in the ground, you can get your other end here, and this is just gonna come underneath your unit, and then it's just gonna plug in. Same thing with the little adapters and the claws. Just turn them on, lock them in place. When you have it all connected, you're gonna want to pull your black valve first. Right now it's already pulled, just to show you that it's empty. You want to pull your black one first, let this one drain all the way out. Once it's drained all the way out, you want to close it, and this other handle here is your gray tank, which is your sinks and showers. This one here you want to pull second, because this one here is going to help clean out your hose, so when you're ready to disconnect, you're not going to have all the yucky stuff at the very end there. Then you just take it off, run it back through, and then you're going to have your cap here is just going to come on just right there, just while you're driving. And then also you also want to put this part on too, just so nothing will fall out while you're driving. Okay. Right here you're going to have an outside shower. For your outside shower to work, you want to make sure you have your water pump switch on inside to get water pumping through here. So right here you're going to have where your water is just going to pump out through here. You also have an off switch, so if you don't want water coming out, you can just press the off switch, or if you want it on, it's going to come through. Okay. Right over here, you're going to have another compartment space here. This other compartment space here is going to have your water hose. Then you also have a light in here as well. Your water hose here, this here is your water pressure regulator. You want to make sure you leave this on your hose at all times. This here just reduces the water from the city to the pipes in the unit. The pipes in the unit ain't as durable like as a regular house pipe, so you always want to make sure you keep this on. This one here, you want to plug this into this part here. Just turn it on. Just turn it, tighten it all up here. Plug the other end into the spigot, and when you have the other end into the spigot there, you're going to turn this valve here. You want to turn it to tank fill. So when you have it on this one for tank fill, it's going to fill up your fresh water tank. And once your fresh water tank is full, water is going to come out through underneath the unit. So if you see water pouring out underneath the unit, don't worry, it's just the water overflow from the tank. This is telling you that your tank is full. It's not going to take any more water. If you're going to be at a campsite like overnight or a couple of days, you're going to want to flip this switch here to city water. Leave this connected, flip it to city water. When you have it in this position, it's going to go straight to your sinks, faucets, toilet, shower, and it's going to bypass your water tank, bypass your water pump. You don't have to have your water pump on to get water coming out of your faucets when you have it in the city position, the city water position. And when you're all done at the campsite and you're about to disconnect, you want to disconnect and then switch this one here back facing up where it says normal, so that way when you're driving off, you could use your water pump again to get water pumping normal. If you don't have this in normal and you still have it in city, you're not gonna get no water pumping or nothing like that inside the unit. So make sure this here is back to normal. Make sure you keep your water hose and your sewage hose separate so you don't get them contaminated. So your sewage hose will be right over here. And your water hose will be right over here. So that way it just keeps it all separate and you don't have to worry about it mixing up or getting anything like that. It's just going to sit in there just like that. Right over here you're going to have your propane tank, which your propane tank here is full. So you don't have to worry about bringing it back full, bring it back empty, that's totally fine. It's already on, so you don't have to worry about coming in here or messing with all this. This is already on, ready for you to go. If you do need to fill it up for any kind of reason, just pull it up to a propane station area that they have and they'll connect everything for you. You don't have to worry about doing anything, they'll do all that and just save your receipt. Right here, you can have another compartment space. This is just where your jacks are for your hydraulic levelers. This is just the motor for that. this next compartment here, which is your generator. You can turn your generator on from inside, or you can turn your generator on from outside. So we'll turn it on from outside to start with, and then we'll go inside and we'll turn it on from inside. So right here on the side, you're gonna see this. You're gonna wanna see where it says stop and prime. You wanna press stop. When this red light turns on, you're ready to start it. Once it starts, you wanna hold it down for 10 seconds or so after it starts, just to make sure it got that full cycle going. To turn off your generator, you're just going to press stop, and that's going to turn it off. Okay. On this side here, you have another camera. So if you put your blinker to go left, it's going to show you everything on your left side. Go. So now we're inside the unit. So you have a recliner chair right here. It just has a little swivel. You can just kind of swivel it back. You can actually bring it out a little bit to kind of still kind of hang out with the family or anything like that. So it just kind of wiggles around. Doesn't have nothing to tie it down, so be careful. You have a light switch right here that's going to turn on manual. All your blinds are just going to come up, come down for the day shade, and then they also have the privacy shade, so it goes darker. And they just slide up, slide down. Pretty simple there. Right here, you can have more of a cabinet space, just to put more luggage or storage or anything like that. This right here is going to be your antenna for your TV. So if you have your TVs on, you get regular TV, and for some reason it's not getting a good signal, you're just going to get this little button, push it in, and then you're just going to turn it, and then it's going to turn the dome on the roof to get that signal, to get a better TV signal channel. Right here, you're going to have another tiny little cabinet space up here. Then you're going to have more cabinet space all the way through. This unit here does not have a DVD player or anything like that, so if you have one and you want to bring it with you, you can. And then it also has all the plug-ins and everything for it that's going to connect to the TVs. You have another little tiny cabinet space here as well. Right here in the front, you're going to have your privacy curtains, so that when you get to the campsite, this here is just going to hook. It's just going to come. It's going to go all the way around to the middle there. This one here is going to come off the Velcro. This one's going to come in the middle here. And then you're going to see these little Velcros on the sides. These ones here are just going to Velcro. And then that way it gives you your privacy where you're at the campsite in the mornings or at night, evening, enjoying your family. You don't have to worry about anyone poking in or looking at you guys while you're enjoying yourselves. These here are just going to slide all the way back, just the same. Okay, and then the same thing back here, just going to roll all the way back. Then it's going to have the same thing. The Velcro is going to bring it and put itself all the way back in the same place. You have your seat belts. You have your mirror just right here. You have your mirror heat. You also have some fog lights. This right here is going to turn your headlights on. You have your windshield wipers. All this is pretty much like your basic car. It's just bigger. You're going to have your battery boost. The battery boost is, for some reason, you might have left the ignition on and the engine battery kind of died or drained. You want to use this, and it's going to use the house batteries to give the engine a jump. And then right here, you could turn your generator on from inside. From inside, you're going to hold it down until this light turns on. Once that light turns on, you're ready to start it. Once you hear it start, this light's going to stay solid. Once that stays solid, hold it for 10 seconds after, just make sure the full cycle is going. Once this full cycle is going, let it go and your generator will stay on. You do need your generator on for your air conditioner, your microwave, and your TVs. If you don't have your generator on or plugged into the shore power in the back, you won't get no generator, no air conditioner, microwave, or TV working. So make sure your generator's on, or you're plugged into the campsite or a KOA or your house or wherever you're going. Let me turn this back on so that way we could turn the ACs and all those on. You have a regular radio here, just press power and you'll get the music going. A little staticky, but you just turn it on, normal stuff. You have all your heater, air conditioning on your dash right here. You have another cup holder, and you have a map light right here that's just going to come up above you. Okay. Right here you're going to have your bed. This bed's going to come out like a full couch bed. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take your cushions off. Just like that. You take this cushion off too. This here is just going to pull up, pull out right towards you, just like this. I'm going to pull that just a little bit to the back just so it doesn't hit it. And then this here just rolls out, and then you have a little bit of a foam mattress here just for extra. And then this is going to be your bed for the night or anything like that. To put it back, you're just going to fold it up just like if you pulled it out, just the same. And then if you look underneath here, it has all the seat belts. We'll pull all those out so that way you could have them for when you need them. One seat belt. Okay, so here's all your seat belts here. And we'll just push this all the way back in there. And then when you put your cushions back, your seat belts will just come up above, up onto the back. Then you have your 3 seat belts for the front here. Just like that, and then it's right back into a bed. Right up here, you're gonna have more cabinet space. All the way down, you're gonna have light switches here to turn on your lights for this one. So we just pulled out the bed and put it back. Now we're at the table here. Your table, you're just gonna twist the top off. Just pull it just like that. Let it set just here on the side. This here is just gonna wiggle out, just like that. This is just gonna sit up to the side there. This here is just gonna come, but this part facing out is just gonna come right underneath your bed. On the sides there, it's just gonna sit just like that. This here is gonna come over like this to make your full bed. Just make sure you kind of put these to the side or tuck them underneath the cushions, just so you don't wake up with a seatbelt mark on your back or your cheek or just anything like that. So just make sure you kind of put them out of the way so they're not gonna bother you while you're sleeping. And this here just sits right on the top there. This is just gonna come right out. You're gonna put your pole back, and then your table just sits right back on top. And then you have your table right back where it's supposed to be. Right here you have more cabinet space here. More cabinet space at the bottom. You're gonna have your remote for your TV here. You're gonna get regular TV channels. It has 3 channels. You have to program it. But right here, you're gonna get all your channels, TV channels here. So that way it'll be all set. Just go ahead. Alright, so we'll continue back this way. You can have some 110 plug sockets here. Just make sure your generator's on or you're plugged into electrical to get power circuiting through them. Right here's going to be where your monitor panel is at. This right here is where you're going to turn everything on. So right here, if it gets really cold, like freezing cold, and you're feeling like your holding tanks are going to freeze, you're just going to flip this switch here on, and that's going to keep your tanks warm. But if you're not going to need it, just leave it off. You have your water pump switch on right here. I have it in the on position already. You only want your water pump on if you're going to use the water. If you're not going to use the water, just leave it off. It saves battery, and it also saves on the water pump life. Right here is going to show you your tank levels. Your gray tank is the very top one. That one's your sinks and showers. So that one there shows you that it's empty. Your black one is your toilet. You press that, it's going to show you that it's empty. And then you have your fresh water tank is the third one. And then that one's full. Your batteries are full. And then also your propane is full. So this here is going to show you all your monitors and where your tanks are at. Right here you're going to have your water heater switches. There's these 2. This one here is going to be electric. So if you're going to be plugged into electric, you want to use your electric water pump. You can't, your water heater, you can. It takes 10-15 minutes to get hot, so you don't have to wait that long. or if you're going to be traveling or they're not going to have electrical where you're going next, just use your gas water heater. Like I said, it takes 10-15 minutes to get hot. You don't have to wait that long. Then you have your slide outs to come in, slide out to come in, slide out to come out. This one on the left side is going to be for your passenger bunk bed slide, and then the first one is going to be your living room slide. Just right there. On your air conditioner, you want to make sure you leave this switch here on auto, and this one here you're going to put it on cool. Lower this down, and then give it a few seconds, and your air conditioner is going to turn on. Your air conditioner is going to be coming through all the ducting here. So you can have a duct system here. You can have more air coming all the way through all the vents here on the tops. So all these are all your air. You can also open up your side vents here. Let it come straight down, like so. That way it's all nice and fresh here. But it's only going to take longer to cool the whole unit. So you want to leave these ones closed, so that way the air is going to come through all your ducting, and it's going to even out the air evenly and more better. To turn your heater on, you're going to do the same thing we just did. Leave this on auto, flip this switch here all the way to heat, turn it to 90. Once you feel that the heat's getting warm, then you're going to want to adjust this down to 70, just so you're not going to roast yourself. To turn it off, just turn it to the off position, and then it's going to give that signal for the heater to turn off. Right here you have a light switch for your hallway. You also have a smoke detector right here. Inside the bathroom here, you're going to have your light switches on the side to your right. Your toilet here is going to be foot pedals. You're just going to use your foot, press the button for the toilet to go down. Just make sure you have your water pump on to get water coming through. So right here, you're going to have the same thing where your water is just going to come through the top. Right down here, you're going to have your 4 rolls of tissue that we provide, and then also your 2 chemical packs. Your chemical packs are, if you're using the restroom for a while and it's having a bit of a smell, you want to throw one of these into the water that's in your bowl, let it dissolve a little bit, flush it the rest of the way down. It's going to have a better smell, and it breaks up your tissue better. You have a little drawer here just for like toothpaste, toothbrush, if you want to put it in here, or just like a rag to wash things off. You have a medicine cabinet here for all the essentials, all the good stuff there. Right here, you're going to have more drawer space here, more drawer space here. You're going to have a 110 plug socket here with the GFI. So make sure that if you're not getting any kind of power out of your plugs and you're plugged in or you have your generator on, just check your GFI, make sure that it didn't pop. Okay. Right here, you're going to have a door holder, a lock for your shower door. So when you're driving, it's not going to pop open or anything like that. Just pull this to your right, then you can open up your door, and then you have your whole shower area here. Actually, we'll turn it on here. So right here, you're gonna have your shower here with its full pressure and everything going on there. It has another on switch, so if you don't want your water on, you can just press it, turn it off, or leave it on. This here is just gonna sit right there on top. Now you don't have to worry about holding it or anything like that. Right here on the roof, you're gonna have these little covers. These just come off. They're just gonna sit there. And it's just a cover for your roof, so if you don't want too much light or anything like that, you can put that there, and that helps keep the light down. Right here you have a fan to just kind of air out the area if you need it. Make sure when you're driving, your roof vents are down so the wind won't take it and cause any kind of damage or anything like that to your unit. And then this here is just going to come right back up. You can take it off, you can leave it off, put it in the cabinet, or you can just leave it back up there where it goes. You have some shower towels here, holders. You also have more cabinet space inside your closet. Make sure when you're opening your drawers here, you pick them up and then pull them out. Otherwise, you're gonna be pulling on them. They'll be like, "Well, how come it's not open? It's not opening." You're gonna pull it up, and then pull it out. Right here, you're gonna have more closet space for your hallway. Pretty good amount of space here. You're gonna have more space down here as well. This right here is gonna be your breaker box and fuse box. For some reason you're plugged in, your generator's on, maybe your water pump's not working or something's just not happening. You're gonna come here, make sure all your breakers are on, and then also just check your fuses, and they're also listed on which fuse goes to which. Right here you're gonna have a divider door to divide your bedroom from everybody else. This here is just gonna come like that. It's just gonna slide. It's gonna stay there, and then it's also just gonna slide right back. And then you're gonna have your little little handle there just to lock it in place. That way it won't be sliding while you're driving around. Right here is where your heat's gonna come out through your floor vent in your bedroom. Then you're also gonna have a couple more going inside your living room and area in there. Right here you're gonna have more of a closet space here. You're also gonna have some 110 plug sockets up there in that top right corner, just if you need to plug something up there. Right down here, you're gonna pick this up once again and pull it out, and you have a drawer underneath your closet. Okay, you also have space underneath your master bed for more storage. You also have some foam mattresses to add to any of the mats if you feel like it. Right over here, you're gonna have a light switch for your bedroom. You're also gonna have a night switch for your night light right there. You also have another one over here for the other light, and then you also have the second air conditioner is right here. So if you want your air conditioner in the back on, just put it, make sure it's on auto, put it on cool, lower this down a little bit, and then you're gonna get your air conditioner in the back. But you don't want to run both air conditioners on the generator because that's too much power for the generator. So the generator will turn off if you have both air conditioners on the same generator. But if you're plugged into your electrical outlet, you should be able to run both air conditioners at the same time. Right over here, you're gonna have where your bedroom TV is at. In here, you're gonna have a little space behind your TV just for if you have another DVD player or anything like that, you could add it and plug it into the back of the TV. You also have a drawer space here with the remote for the TV. Is right here. We'll turn that on. Right here, you're gonna have another drawer space here, another drawer space here, another drawer space here. Just remember to pick it up and then pull it out. Right here you have more of a closet space here. You're going to have another drawer underneath on that side. Just the same. Program this one too, I guess. Okay, right here you can have the same blinds like I was showing you in the front. You can have the same line, just comes down for the day shade. Then it also comes down one more for the night shade, just for extra privacy or extra dark. If you don't want it too dark, like in the mornings and it's really bright, you can always close that and keep it nice and dim. Right here you're gonna have your top bunk here. It's gonna have a divider curtain here for your top bunk. It's just gonna slide through. And then it's just going to clip right on in there, just like that. Just going to slide back and forth. Then you also have your top bunk here has a TV DVD player here. To put in your DVD player, you're just going to press this little button right here. And that's going to let you put your DVD in there. Once you put your DVD in there, close this, and right here where it says release, you're going to push that in. This is going to come down. You're going to press power, and then you're going to get your power turning on in here. It has the DVD. It's only going to get DVD player. It's not going to get regular TV or anything like that. We'll go ahead and we'll turn that off. Plug it here.
Sorry, we're just doing a YouTube video. We'll be right with you.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
Right here, you're going to have a light for the top bunk. You're going to have a light for your bottom bunk. And you just have your regular blinds that go up and down for the top and bottom bunks there. Right here, you're going to have more drawer space here. More drawer space here. Just make sure that you're picking up your drawers and pulling them out, otherwise you'll be fighting with it and it's not opening and you're like, oh, it's broken. You just pick it up and then it rolls right out. Okay. Right here on the side of your refrigerator, you're going to have a little bit of a pantry. You're going to have a little part right here where there's a trigger. You're just going to press it and it's going to roll out, so that way you get easier to get all your spices and things like that you need. Just slide right back. Press that button and it locks it right back into place there. Right here, you're going to have where your refrigerator is at. It's already been on, so it's nice and cold for you. You don't have to worry about messing with any of these switches. Just leave it on just as it is. But for some reason, maybe your bottom's getting too cold and like your milk or something's freezing. Right here it says temp set. This is what you're going to want to adjust. Right now I have it at 9 just for its top cool. But if things down here are getting too cold, you want to adjust it to like a 6 or a 7, just to kind of keep it at low temperature so it's not freezing everything. Right up here, you're gonna have your freezer, which you have an ice maker up there, and you also have ice trays. So if you want to use your ice, if you don't want to use your ice maker, leave this in the up position. If you want to use your ice maker, leave it in the down position. It's gonna start making ice, and it's just gonna kind of roll it over the top there. I would put one of these maybe underneath, just gonna help catch them. Okay, right here you're gonna have your stove top. You're just gonna turn your stove on, just like that. Just turn the sparker on. You have your microwave here. It's just a regular microwave, no metal, so don't put no metal in the microwave. You have an oven here as well. Just put your oven here to pilot. Push it in. You're gonna light it down here at the back. Once you see the blue flame, you're gonna let it go, turn it on, and then it's gonna flame on. Every time you turn this off, you have to turn it on the same way all the time. It's just like your water heater or your furnace at home. You have to turn that on. It's gonna be that same kind of concept. This right here is your LP carbon monoxide detector. This here is really sensitive to cologne, perfume, hairspray, aerosol, things of that nature. If you're gonna spray a lot of it, just note this might go off. If it does go off, just open up your roof vents, your windows, step outside, and once it airs out, it's gonna turn off. You're gonna have your heater vent is gonna come through here, so you can have heat coming through the bottom there. You have your drawer space here with your silverware. You're gonna have another drawer space here with your utensils. You have the other drawer here with your oven mitts and rags. You're gonna have this one here, just pick it up, pull it out. You're gonna have your pots and pans. Right over here, you're gonna have your cookie sheet, your serving plate, more cabinet space underneath. You're gonna have more cabinet space up here with your cups, bowls, plates, strainer, serving bowls, knives, all that stuff is there. And then right here you have where your kitchen sink is at. And then you also have a little bit of a dish rack inside your sink here. Just make sure you have your water pump on to get water pumping through your faucets. If you're plugged into the city water, you don't have to have your water pump on. It's just going to go straight through. Just make sure you have your water pump on to get water pumping. And then you also have more light switches here for your roof and for your top of your countertop. That's it. And that is it for this unit. We'll hope to see you when you get here. You have your awning switch here, so you're just going to press where it says out. Press it, hold it out, and then your awning is going to come out. It's not automatic, so you can just press it and let it go. You just want to hold it, let it come all the way out. Once you see the flap on the very end come out, that's when it's all the way out and you can stop. We do ask that if you have your awning out and the wind starts to pick up or it's windy before you take it out, not to take it out, or if you have it already out and it starts to get windy, bring it in just so that the awning won't get ripped off with the wind and all that. It'll have a little parachute or a kite kind of flying from the unit. So once you see that little flap that's all the way out there, just make sure you bring it in when it starts bringing in wind. Then just press in, and then your awning is going to come all the way in. For your jacks, you're just going to leave your ignition off, press power. Once you see all the lights come on, right now I have your jacks down, so you can see the red lights on the corners. That's just telling you your jacks are down. So right now we have our slides out, so I can't retract them. But you're just gonna press where it says all retract, press that, all your jacks are gonna come up. Make sure you bring your slides in, press retract, all your jacks are gonna come up. When you get to the place where you're gonna go and camp out, make sure your ignition is off, emergency brake is on, you're gonna press power, and then you're gonna press auto level, and that's gonna bring your jacks down, level you out, set you all up, and then you can bring your slides out. Then when you're gonna leave, bring your slides in, press all retract, and then you're ready to drive off.